Yes, people, we're back. Happy Monday, happy start of the week, and all that. Got Premier League review, FA Cup review. Let me introduce the man. Before I introduce the man, obviously our guy Rash, he's ill. He's just let us know today. He's found out that he's sick. So yeah, man. Wishing him a speedy recovery. Hopefully, he'll be back with us real soon. We're sure. Sending our thoughts with him. But yeah, Jalil, how you doing, bro?
Yeah, man, good man. Oh, I just can't wait to get into the Chelsea stuff, if I'm honest, bro. Where's my guy KD at? No, I'm joking. But yeah, no, man, good, bro. I'm blessed. I hope you boys are well, man. I hope you're well.
Yeah, man, all good over here. All good over here. And Jeff, how you doing, bro?
Yeah, man, all good. Been a long day, but we want to talk football anywhere else, man. Let's go.
Yeah, man, no, 100%. We're back again. People, smash that like button nice and early as you come in. And as always, if you're new to the channel, do subscribe. We had a lot of feedback for a while last week about our top 10 list on Friday. Slander continued all across the weekend personally. But I was getting roasted for it. But yeah, so yeah, man. But we move. Hopefully this week we do a better job in it. So
I stayed off Instagram for most of last week.
yeah, trust me, bro. We're getting tagged by random people saying, "What the hell is this?" But yeah, man.
Everyone was angry about Scholes. Why is everyone so angry about Scholes?
Yeah,
it wasn't even. It weren't even Chavi they were angry about. It was Scholes being second. Do they not watch football? That guy could have made number one. He was very close,
bro. Like, if someone's put Scholes number one, you think I'm arguing now? Like, I hear you. I understand.
Yeah,
I was with the near post guys, and they were saying they couldn't believe Scholes was. I think they had Scholes like 6th or 7th.
Jesus.
Yeah.
So I wonder if they have Gerrard and Lampard above Scholes.
They do.
Yeah. They had Gerrard above Scholes. Yeah, both of them. Yeah. Demo had Gerrard second.
Oh,
Gerrard second.
Christ.
Yeah, and he had Gerrard third, I think.
Man,
there's a lot of love for Gerrard out there. I can't lie as well. There's a lot of love.
Don't get me wrong, Gerrard's a whole G, but Scholes is besides Gascoigne. Like, Scholes is probably the best English midfielder. Gascoigne, of course, he had his problems, so he couldn't keep it up. But when on ability, he's probably the best midfielder England have ever had. But on longevity, it's Scholes.
Yeah, I'm not mad at that. I've always slightly picked Gerrard ahead of Scholes, but it's a close one. I always think Gerrard and Scholes are a bit higher than Lampard, but personally, but Lampard's got the goals, in it. Lampard's got the goals.
Slippery G.
Yeah. You gotta let the Slippery G go, bro. Like, but did you see what happened at the weekend? Actually, when Rangers won the title.
No, what happened?
So he was doing an interview on Sky Sports, and they had his name Steven Gerrard, and below it said, "This is the first title of his career on Sky Sports." Yeah, they violated him.
Hey, that's the big. You think me calling Slippery G is a violation? Doing that is the biggest violation.
That's a violation on Gerrard's name. I can't lie. So
Sky do a lot of slick shit like that, though.
Yeah, they do.
They do a lot of slick stuff.
They'll do something like they'll put something underneath, bro. Say someone gets mad at the match, they'll say this is their first goal in 25 games.
It's like, bro, why are you doing this to the guy? Yeah. Just let him score his goal, bro.
All right. Well, listen, let's move on to the weekend's action. Leicester 1, Chelsea 0. Youri Tielemans scoring an absolute banger. Underrated player, very underrated Youri Tielemans. As I was saying, I think to you guys privately on WhatsApp, the game I don't think was great quality-wise, but because the fans were back, it felt like a proper game of football. Like, you saw emotion, you saw passion, and obviously Chelsea had that goal, and then 89th minute ruled out for VAR, which was peak. That was funny. But yeah, Leicester, to me personally, I thought they deserved it. They didn't create much, but I just thought Chelsea were a bit flat on the day. So, Jalil, man, what were your thoughts on the game? Because obviously 2 bad losses for Chelsea in a week. And I think it's now Chelsea have lost 8 of their last 11 finals. So that's pretty bad. So what do you make of that, bro?
Being a London boy, I don't want to say I'm quite happy because Chelsea ain't really been competition back in the day, but they're proper competition now because they've got something up on us. Like when we talk about clubs and that and how big clubs are, Chelsea are quite massive. Seeing them win, don't really care if I'm on this year. But I'll tell you this, pick up Leicester because this might be an unpopular opinion that I'm about to say in regards to Tielemans. I think he's playing at his level, you know, because you see a lot. Yeah, because I'm in group chats I've been in. Oh, he could kill it at Barca. He could kill it at Real PSG, Bayern. Even I'm like, slow down, man. Oh, he could play with his teammate KDB. Man, slow down, bro. Slow down. Chill out. Well, chill out, but relax. Make it.
Oh man,
just chill, bro. Like I'm seeing all that. Don't get me wrong. He's a good player, bro. He's a good player, and he fits into Leicester's system very well. But he's playing at his level, man, and he's done well. Do they deserve to win the FA Cup? 100%, man. 100%. They've got players, man. They've got good players. Leicester's up and coming, and they've got a good manager who I wouldn't be upset if he came to Arsenal, in my opinion. I know there's a lot of Arsenal fans are like, nah, can't have him. He's failed project at Liverpool. He didn't stay to win the, the Scottish Cup or whatever it was, because he got a bigger job, you know, he's on for the money, all these conversations. But yeah, man, Chelsea, in my opinion, Chelsea should have 100% won. If they're serious and everything. Tuchel effed up, in my opinion, and I feel I'm going to say it now, I'm going to say it here fresh off the dome, is they're not winning the Champions League. Not after that, man, because Pep will come prepared. Don't get me wrong, it's a one-off game and anything can happen, just as we saw with Leicester, but on paper, Chelsea was meant to win. And the form they've been on and how they've rapidly come, they should have won. Having said that, man, big up the boys, man. You know, Leicester and that, man, they've done their job, man. But Chelsea, man, they're probably not going to win anything. They'll get top 4, but I'm not going to be upset if they win nothing, man. I want them to stop. I want them to stop winning because, you know, they're saying they're the biggest club in London, and I can't be hearing that shit. You know what I mean? So yeah, that's my take on the game.
Yeah. No. 100. I think well said. I think the Tielemans one's an interesting one that we can touch on a little bit more. Big up our guy Rash. As we said, he's not feeling good right now, people. So he would have been back soon. He'll be back real soon, no doubt. But yeah, man, well, with wishes to him. And yeah, man, obviously, big up Rash as always. Big up Gio in the building as well, saying Brendan would have been using that as fuel. Turning the tracksuits like a year seven game. Yeah. Obviously for Rodgers, there was a lot on that game. But yeah, it was a lot on that game. I think he still has quite a few doubters. I think it's just how the Liverpool spell ended was pretty bad. But he actually, someone said it that Rodgers actually probably overachieved at Liverpool because he almost won the league with a team that no one at the start of the season probably would even have said they would have made top 4. And then, you know,
he did, but it's the fashion in which they lost it. Because it's just the Palace game that stands out. You're 3-0 up. Your goal difference is good, and you try I think he had Agger or someone was in the middle of coming on. He just said, "Nah, all right, we'll keep going." Before you know it, Dwight Gale and someone else they banged 3 goals. Yeah, it's like, bro, as an executive decision, you should have brought someone off. So
yeah. So that one was on him. That game was on him for sure. But I know, obviously, a first trophy for him. I think it's the first time that Leicester have ever won the FA Cup. So big up to them still. I think everyone quite likes Leicester. But yeah, Jeff, what was your thoughts on the game?
Just a real FA Cup final. I thought, quality wasn't great. I didn't expect it to be, even though the two teams have got good players. The fan just expecting it to be a dogfight, man. And Leicester went in with a game plan, and they snatched their chance. Like Chelsea, it seemed like towards the end, they really started to carve out some chances. But I thought they should have put on Giroud earlier, because I think that was a lot of the problem. Like Giroud would have really given them a tough time in the air, especially with like Johnny Evans and that. Like Giroud is a real issue in the air. So they really should have done that sooner. And yeah, I think bad week for Tuchel. But I still think they're gonna win the Champions League. I don't think City are gonna do it.
Wow.
I can't see it. Like they're the better team for sure. But just in recent times, I feel like even Tuchel winning that game or the Chelsea winning the most recent game against City, that does a lot to someone like Pep. That's a meticulous, obsessive manager. He hates losing. So even things like Aguero missing the penalty, you saw the anger in his face because he knows it's going to come back to bite us, and it did.
Yeah.
So I think things like that is what plays in his mind a lot. Like we saw at Lyon last season, that he overcomplicated a game which they should have won.
Yeah, that was him.
So
that was all him.
Yeah, don't get me wrong, he's one of the GOATs, but listen, I just think that Chelsea team, it doesn't matter who's in charge, they're built to win. They just are. They got, I don't know what it is about their DNA in like the last 16, 17 years, but they just grind out wins. I know it's 3 wins in the last 11, but or final wise, but I still think that team has got more winners than City. People might call me crazy for that, but I'll say that.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think that's a mad statement. I think obviously Chelsea, I think over the last 16 years or 17 have been the most successful club in England. So they've got the track record, they've got the history. Now it's time for them to prove it. This Champions League game should be interesting. It's a shame they couldn't do it in England, but Portugal's a decent enough compromise given the circumstances, and we'll still get about 12,000 fans. So that will add a bit as well to it. I guess a couple of questions. People have been saying over the weekend, the Big Six, someone needs to come out.
Spurs.
And Leicester needs to go in. Now, obviously, the people are saying it's between Spurs and Arsenal. I think it's not really a discussion. It should be Spurs. But
Spurs haven't won anything. Like Arsenal, in all of our bad times, we still managed to get some FA Cups. Even if there's like a 7-year gap where we won nothing, or 8-year gap. We've still won FA Cups in recent years. Spurs have won nothing. They get participation trophies. They're counting Kane's golden boots.
Literally. Yeah, that's when you know it's bad for your club, when you're counting individuals' accolades.
And he'll be gone in the summer. So what are they going to do then?
And he'll be gone in the summer. Jalil, any disagreements?
No disagreements there, man. No disagreements there. But what I would say is, that argument between Arsenal or Spurs needs to drop out is ridiculous, because Spurs will win their first title and it will be next year. It will be that Conference Cup. Have you seen the team? Yeah, you guys got shook in it. You got shook.
Yeah, I was thinking, what?
They're going to lose Kane and they're going to win the title. I'm thinking, is it going to be Oliver Skip?
That's what Oliver saying. Big up Oliver Skip though.
They're probably gonna win it, because if you see the teams that is going into it, is only one Premier League team, and then the rest are like obviously top teams in the respective leagues, and then it's like head of Bulgaria league and all these leagues. Obviously, not being bad, man, but these are proper farmers league. I don't want to hear that France is, La Liga, League One's farmers league. Yeah. These are people that have day-to-day jobs that you and I kicking balls. Yeah. Do you get it? Like, so yeah, they're gonna win their first thing. And if that's the case, because the reason why people are having this argument in the last 5 years, Spurs have kind of finished above us. That's no argument. Does that warrant a title? When Arsenal was winning for 20 years straight in the top 4, was that a title? So that means we're very successful, if that's what you're saying. So this argument between Spurs and Arsenal don't really make sense to me. Win something first, and then let's have a discussion about it. But yeah, Leicester has to jump in, man. How could you, in a space of 5 years, how are you winning the league and the FA Cup? And what Spurs done? What they've done to work? It don't make sense to me.
And a year or so, I think I saw the year before they won it, they finished 17th. Correct me if I'm wrong.
Yeah, 17th.
It doesn't make sense. Like how have you been promoted? Like even I remember Vardy in the first year, he scored like 9 goals. Like it wasn't a crazy season.
It wasn't that good.
Yeah, it wasn't the greatest of seasons, but all of a sudden, like they survived in the league. Yeah. Who came in? Was it did Kante come in that season? I think he did.
Kante came in that summer, and Ranieri.
Yeah, and before you know it, like I remember, like February times, I'm thinking, nah, they gotta fall off now. Like, what are they still doing up there? They get a nosebleed. But Vardy didn't care. Vardy and Mahrez did not care, boy.
I think I remember it was them times when I'm thinking it was like I was still using Facebook. I think I remember pointing out a status saying if Leicester win the league, I'm locking off football in like December times. People actually started to mention it, and then when they won it, I was like, "No, this is mad." But yeah, no, big up to them still. Like they've done it the right way. They've done it the right way still. And now apparently they're gonna sign Samare. I don't know how they managed to pull that off because he's a top talent in the French league. Does give me some questions about because I'd assume he'd start. So someone between Tielemans and Ndidi means might leave, which will be interesting to see. But let me on that Tielemans point that Jalil raised. I think there's only 2 teams in the league where he doesn't start. Maybe even 1. I don't think he starts at City.
Yeah.
And maybe he doesn't start at Liverpool.
He doesn't start at Liverpool for me.
Let's think about their midfield. So it's Fabinho. No, he doesn't take Fabinho's spot. Henderson.
He's a bad player. He's a bad player than Henderson, but
Henderson just fits the system.
Yeah, Henderson fits the system.
And then who's the third? Wijnaldum.
No, Thiago, innit?
Oh, Thiago, sorry. So yeah, of course not. But yeah, maybe 2 teams he doesn't start at, but yeah, he can challenge in any other team. Tielemans, to me, this is his breakout season. Like he had a decent year last year. He's been a name that's been around football for a while. Like if you know, you know type shit. But this is his year where he's really shown that he's a good player. He's done it quietly. Like there's no like 9, 10 out of 10s, and then there's a 5 out of 10. It's just consistent 8s all year.
Yeah, consistent.
Chelsea?
Chelsea played Jorginho.
No,
I think he's better than Jorginho.
He's poor. Kante. What's his name?
Kovacic.
He can fight with Kovacic.
And Mount.
Yeah, Mount plays a bit further forward, but I think he's got an argument that he could make into. And obviously, Big Ol' Rash is saying Tielemans can walk into United. I agree with that. He walks into that.
Freddie McTominay, come on.
Yeah, he takes either of their spots. He walks into Arsenal's team.
Whoa, are you sure? We got Xhaka and El Nene. Slow down, son.
Hey, we might not have El Nene for much longer. You know what I'm saying?
What about Spurs' squad though?
Højbjerg and him, it would be.
Yeah, okay.
And Ndombele to me should play. Like I do not understand why he doesn't start every game and not further up the pitch.
Yeah.
But you know what? Like it's politics, isn't it? So
Ryan Mason's just come in and just started picking his friends.
Pick Lo Celso. Like
he's picking Dyer every game. Bale's back in the team. Dele Alli's back. He's just picking his boys, bro. He's like, I'm not going to be next season anyway, so I might as well just pick the man then.
Don't get me wrong. Dele Alli hasn't been too bad since he came back, but he hasn't earned a start.
Nah, big up Dele Alli, but I just struggle to take him seriously with that new haircut he's got. It's just
that hair is ridiculous. Now you seen Stephen the Madman's extensions. I only saw this yesterday.
Yeah.
Stephen the Madman's extensions.
It
looks like that.
Yeah, it does.
It don't look like his hair.
It don't. No. But big him up in it. Obviously, there's some rumors going around about some stuff with Guardiola's door as well. So, boy, Dele Alli's doing his thing, innit? He's doing his thing still. Like, shit, big up Dele Alli, innit? So,
do your stuff, my guy.
Hopefully, he don't record it. Like he did.
Jesus. Yo, Pep will be going for Tottenham next season, but man will be looking to get. You know what I'm saying? man will send someone to 2-foot tackle him. Fernandinho, quick.
Fernandinho's about that as well. He loves fouling.
He'll do it as well. He'll be like 3-game man, minor for the boss. All right, but listen. So I guess you know what. Wrapping things up on this one, we've got a huge game tomorrow night in the Premier League between these two again at Stamford Bridge. Who have you guys got? Quick predictions on that one. Jalil?
Yeah, Chelsea. Not going to make the same mistake twice for me. I think, don't get me wrong, it was a crazy game, but all FA Cup finals are like that. I think go back to watching, loads, even when Who was it? Wigan got relegated. I mean, that was a good game to be fair, but you got teams like that.
Yeah.
But that's a one-off game, as you know. But this is for top four. Chelsea need to win. Let's be real. I think Leicester's okay, but they still need to win, at least draw minimum to keep that distance. So I'm going to go for Chelsea to win 2-0.
2-0 Chelsea. Big up Katie in the building, man. I appreciate you showing face, bro. I know it must have been a hard Saturday for you. It's been a bad week. Don't lose too much confidence still. I know you're saying Leicester will beat you tomorrow, but don't lose too much confidence.
Keep your spirits up, man.
Yeah, keep your spirits up, man. Don't worry. Just remember, Lampard made it top 10, so that can boost you up, bro. But yeah, Jeff, prediction for tomorrow.
No, I might go with draw. I think they're gonna cancel each other out, man. I'm gonna go with a 1-1 draw in that game. I'm gonna go with Werner has missed of the season. He already holds that title.
Yeah.
By the way, that Werner guy, yeah, is diabolical.
See, I don't think he's diabolical. I think because even if you look at his numbers, they're not that bad. It's just
that's why his misses are misleading.
His misses are so loud that his approach play is decent. Like everything's decent, and then it gets to the finish, and it's like he's forgotten how to shoot because he missed a lot of chances in Germany. But like this is a severe lack of confidence. So I think I always said that him and Havertz second season, I think they'll settle down. But yeah, there's no excuse for some of these misses. These misses are they're out of this world, man.
Bro, you can't be typing in Werner on Google and then the suggestions are miss against West Ham, miss against this, miss against that. Bro, like that can't be your suggestions, bro.
Goodness me.
You know what I'm saying? But anyway, listen, we'll get on to Vardy later because obviously Ed was telling to me yesterday that he thinks now Vardy surpassed Henry as a Premier League legend. Of course. But we'll move in. We'll move in. Obviously, like, yeah, you know what it's like. You know what it's like. But yeah, man, listen, so on to another mad game. I actually watched this game as well yesterday, thinking it would be a bit boring, easy win for Liverpool. And West Brom actually played very well. If they played like that all season, maybe they wouldn't have got relegated. Big them up though. That Pereira guy up top or in behind the striker, he's a quality player. He's a proper footballer. Him. I think Thiago yesterday had one of his best games to Liverpool. But obviously the star of the show is Allison, coming up at the end. You're thinking, what is he doing? And then I still don't understand the header because it was a top class header.
Yeah.
Man. Alan Shearer would be proud of that.
Alan Shearer would be proud. Werner wishes he could score that. So, you know what I'm saying? So, but yeah, man. So, Jeff, obviously, Katie's saying Judgment Day, May 29th. Yeah, man. May 29th, Judgment Day. Listen, what happens if Tuchel doesn't make top 4 and loses that? He gets sacked, yeah?
Imagine. Nah, they can't do that.
You wouldn't do that, but imagine. But it's going to get interesting because I don't know if you guys have seen Zidane's leaving Madrid.
Confirmed. Not
confirmed, but all, stuff like Goal.com have all said, like, yeah, he's told them he's leaving. So I'm pretty sure it'll be announced at the end of the season.
He made a mistake going back. I thought he went back. I think the pandemic might have messed it up because I think the only reason he agreed to go back is if they put a shitload of money into the squad and then they stop making money. So now they're probably only going to get, I don't know, they might end up with Mbappe next season. Who knows? I
think to do that, they have to sell Hazard. And I don't know how much you get for Hazard right now.
Sam's chicken meal?
40 minutes. Hey, that guy, oh man, even yesterday I was watching him and I was like, why does it look like he's put more weight on?
Just a real disappointment, man. Like,
again, he's put it back on.
It just doesn't make sense. He must be depressed or something, man.
I don't know what's going on with him. Hazard never looks depressed. I don't know what's going on with him. KD saying Arsenal should cut Pereira because Odegaard ain't cutting it. You know what? To be fair, Odegaard's kind of been, since that West Ham game when he was man of the match, he's been pretty quiet,
He has.
You've got a bit off the boil. Would you guys still sign him? Do you know? Would you still sign him?
Odegaard.
Yeah, for 45 million.
Is that what it costs?
I think that's what he'll cost, yeah.
Yeah, I would. I said this before, man. I know he's been a bit quiet, but I think I'll still get him. But this Pereira geezer, as I said, he's not West Brom's level, because I'm not going to disrespect him, because I think West Brom played the best game. But I don't think I would invest in him, if I'm honest, because he's been 50-50 all season. Like, he turned up for this game when there's nothing to play for. Don't make sense to me. But Odegaard, he's impressed me, bro. Regardless, he hasn't been too great. He's impressed me. I'll spend a box, in my opinion.
Okay, fair enough. Yeah, and it'll be. Oh well, we'll get on to Arsenal anyway. But yeah, so yeah, let's get back to this game. Yeah, so Jeff, man, what did you make of the game? And obviously now Liverpool are in a strong position with 2 games to go to get top 4, which is incredible considering the season they've had. So yeah, man, talk to me about that game.
To be honest, I always thought Liverpool would make Champions League just because they got Mane and Salah. Like, they'll find a way. Like, even Mane's had a poor season, but yeah, the game was okay. Like, it was better than what I expected. I expected it to be a dud. Like, I think I was between that and watching Homeland, and the game just about won. Like, just like, I was close. But yeah, not a bad game, decent game. Like you said, I feel like that's Thiago's starting. We're starting to see the Thiago of last season. Like, we're starting to see it. He's starting to settle down. I feel like he's accustomed to English life and that. And I feel like once they have centre backs and he's not doing, because he's the worst tackler in the world. Once like they have like a foundation and they got Henderson back, I feel he'll really pull strings next year. I think he played well. Salah is always a menace. Mane has had a very lackluster season, but I won't put too much into it because I just feel like a lot of those stars, like Son, even though his numbers ain't bad, he hasn't had the best of seasons. We've seen Sterling's season. A lot of underwhelming performances from the big stars this year, and I think it's a lot to do with no fans. But yeah, Liverpool, they needed that. That is a big win for them. I don't think they expected to be in this kind of position. And even down to Trent, like, do you guys see actually that Trent is not going to make the Euro squad? Yeah,
I saw that. I don't think it's fair.
True, yeah?
Confirmed, he's not in the squad.
Are you serious? I thought it was coming out at the end of the month.
No, because of Walker and Wan-Bissaka, I think they're taken. Yeah, that's confirmed.
Yeah, it's crazy, man.
I don't even support England, but that is I don't listen. What I like to say, I don't support England because of their players get way too overrated by their media. But for him not to get picked is just a disgrace. Like,
it don't make sense.
How you get picked? Like, it tells you everything about the type of football Southgate wants to play. This is the guy that 2 years ago said he didn't pick Chris Smalling because he can't pass from the back, and now you can't. Now you pick Wan-Bissaka, who can't control the ball, let alone pass it. Literally, Wan-Bissaka can't control the ball.
My thing is, okay, like Trent might not start because one, you don't have good enough centre backs for his style to work. Like, he is a very offensive right back. Well, really, Trent is a midfielder. I still see him as a centre midfielder. But he should make the squad. Like, if you're going to compare Trippier and Trent, they are in the same mode of defender. They're not the best defensively in one-on-one situations. Their best attributes are going forward and crossing. And Trent is probably the best crosser of the ball in the world. And he has been on form. That this season, he's picked it back up towards the end. Since about February, he's started to pick it back up. But for the past 3 years, Trent has probably been one of the best fullbacks in football, him and Robertson. And he can't make the squad. Like, what?
Scary. Well, do you know what?
I believe that on, bro. Like, Southgate is fraud, bro.
There's crazy, man.
There's too many fullbacks in that position. So I know what he's trying to do with Walker. He wants to play three at the back. So he's saying Walker to fill that spot. So you've got Trippier, you've got James, you've got Wan-Bissaka, whose name's been ringing bells. He's a good tackler. He will win the ball one-on-one, especially when you need to. Bring him off you're 1-0 up. There's 7 minutes left. I'm bringing on Wan-Bissaka. I don't care what he does. Just get the ball up the pitch. But leaving Trent out, bruv.
But let me ask you this, Jalil. Sorry to interrupt you, but I see what you're saying about Walker. He can play the third of the right side of the back three and also cover a right back if needs be within the game if they need to change and go to a back four, right? I get that. One Musaka I'll give you because he can make the tackle come on. Yeah. Now, the Trippier one to me is interesting because I basically see Trippier as a B-Tech Trent. Trippier is not really that good defensively either, and he's very good going forward, but you can make a strong case Trent is better. So why is Trippier, who Southgate probably doesn't even watch him, he's playing in Spain, why is he getting picked up? I don't know, the Trent one sounds a bit personal to me. I can't lie, man. It's
personal because he got left out the international break just before for Trippier. We know this, right? And he used the excuse. So all the other players that got left out, all the other players, no comments. Trent, he had to make a comment. Something's happened behind closed doors, maybe. That's what I'm saying.
I feel like he might have argued with the club or something because it just doesn't make sense. Like, how is one of the best fullbacks in football not making the international team?
Don't make sense.
You're allowed to bring him and maybe not start him, but yeah, like you said, like Trippier is a B-Tech Trent, and Trippier might have had some success internationally, or people remember like his free kick goal. I can't even remember where it was. Was it Euros or World Cup? I can't remember.
World Cup.
Yeah, but if you're talking about a fullback, like Trippier's best quality is going forward. He's maybe a 7 out of 10 at it. Yeah, defensively, I'll say he's a 5. Overall, Trippier is probably a 6 out of 10. Trent going forward is probably a 9.5. In terms of what he picks going forward, the deliveries, his relationship with Salah, the decision making is really, really good going forward. Defensively, he might be a 5, 5.5. Trent overall, he's probably about a 7, 7.5 as a fullback. He's clearly better than Trippier. And in my opinion, he's better than Reece James too, in my opinion. Reece James will probably be better as a fullback just because he's able to do both. He can attack and he can defend. But as of right now, Trent is better.
I have Reece James out of the 5 we're talking about.
Who, Reece James?
Yeah, same. He'd be my number 5 on that list that we spoke about. The 5, even Wan-Bissaka, I'll put Wan-Bissaka.
He's better than Trippier, but I think he's behind Trent for sure.
I don't think he's better than Trippier though, man. I think Reece James. I've not seen enough. It might be my unconscious bias. I've not just seen anything from the kid. Not that he plays for Chelsea. I don't know, man.
To me, Trippier is the worst right back on that list. Like, I don't like Kyle Walker. I don't like Kyle Walker a lot, but
neither do I.
Yeah, but if you're gonna play him as a right centre back, it makes sense. He's got the pace. He's played there before, and he can cover it right back. So it makes sense. Wan-Bissaka, I think for the style and international football, unfortunately, he's probably the best fit because he's very, very good defensively. You might not need him to attack too much because we know that's, even though he started as a winger, it makes no sense. But he started as a winger. He's not good going forward. It's confusing to me.
It makes no sense.
Now, how are you a winger your whole youth career?
Whoa.
You switched to right back and now you've forgotten how to attack. Or did you never know how to attack?
I don't think he ever knew.
But yeah, he's probably the best fit for England for the kind of style in which Southgate wants to play. Because I know he had all these promises of good free-flowing football when he first joined.
Yeah.
We're a long way from that.
We're a long way from that. And I think, you know what? Southgate's clever. He used the fraud World Cup run that they had to now implement his actual football. Because let's face it, guys, we all know that World Cup run was fraudulent.
That was shameful.
It was shameful. It was shameful. And then since then, look how long it took Southgate to pick Grealish, guys.
Yeah.
Look how long it took him to pick Grealish. He's got this weird Trent agenda. And you know what it reminds me of? You know how Laporte has never played for France?
And now he's going to Spain.
Now he's a Spanish. He's going to play for Spain at this Euros.
Amazing.
I don't know, man. I feel for Trent. I can't lie. I feel there's no excuse for Trent not being in the squad. None.
It's none. I've been racking my brain all day because the news came out, or I read it in a group chat early this morning. and then it came out on like the Athletic and that. So I saw it. I was like,
and for him to let it come out, he's let this come out, you know,
on purpose.
Yeah.
You can stop this stuff coming out if you really want to. You know what I'm saying?
Probably no point though if you know that you're not like you're gonna get blasted either way because you're leaving out one of the best fullbacks. Like you might as well just get it. Yeah, just get it done early.
Yeah,
you made an outrageous call. I'm sure 90% of football don't agree with that decision, and it's just worse because it's coming from Southgate, a man who you know has no plan. Got his A license when he was like in the Prem or like his pro license while he was coach. It's like, bro, come on, man. You don't have the credentials to tell Trent he can't play.
Yeah, you literally don't.
What's your lot of thoughts on this? Because I saw this also. It's not come out yet properly, but it's coming out. So Bukayo Saka's not going to go to the World Cup, obviously.
To the Euros.
The Euros, sorry, because of Chilwell and Luke Shaw. Do you think that's fair? And I have to be honest with you.
That's stupid again. Again. You think it's fair, yeah?
Yeah, because well, he's not a left back. I think he had a few good games. He got the assists and he got the pen in that game for England. But my thing is, I prefer him up top. I don't want to see him defending. Like he's not that guy for me. You know, I prefer him there. He can do the job. Don't get me wrong. My opinion, he kills it up there. But with all the names we put to the box, and I know we're doing a show on this once the Prem finishes before Euro. I know we're doing it. Does he deserve to be there though, compared to everybody else? Let's be real.
No, it's too forward positions are too crowded.
Too crowded.
I think there's Rashford, there's Sancho, there's there's Sterling, there's Grealish,
Greenwood,
Harry Kane,
Greenwood just shouldn't go either, in my opinion.
I'm not mad at that. I'm not mad. He's only picked up form recently. I can't lie, I might be mad. I think Danny Ings should go. I think Danny Ings is a good backup. Because I'm just looking at it in the sense that if Harry Kane goes down, I don't want to see Calvert-Lewin anywhere near that team up top. You know what I'm saying? And then after that, if either you put Greenwood or you have Danny Ings, who's a bit like a C-Tech Harry Kane.
I like Ings. I'm a fan.
I like Ings.
He knows where the goal is. I don't know if international level is maybe too high up. I don't know. But as a backup, maybe. Like, I still think Green... Yeah, sorry, you go.
I was just going to say, the choice is either Greenwood, Calvert-Lewin, Ings, or Ollie Watkins. Who you man taking?
Christ.
That's your choice. That's who you got. You know what I'm saying?
You ain't seen Danny Welbeck doing the bits recently.
I mean, you can put Danny.
That guy Welbs.
That guy Welbs. You know what I'm saying? That guy Welbs.
Jesus Christ.
The names you give us is not that great, bro. It's scary.
I'm saying if Harry Kane goes down, England are over.
It's worrying. I can't lie to you.
Oh, no, they could play Rashford up there.
I don't think Rashford can play.
I would.
Over Greenwood, like, don't get me wrong, Greenwood is a natural number 9. You can see it. But he hasn't learned his trade enough up there, which is why him and Saka, I don't think, are ready yet. The only reason I would have maybe picked Saka is versatility. But it's very, very crowded. And if we're talking about left backs, don't get me wrong, I'm not the biggest fan of Chilwell, but he's a modern fullback. Luke Shaw had a great season. Don't get me wrong, Saka, Greenwood, in years to come, they're probably going to be stars in the England team. Right now, though, probably not. Like, they've had the sophomore season syndrome. Like, Saka's had a very, very good start of good 4 or 5 months. It's starting to slow down because he's being called on to be the main man for a big club. It doesn't make sense. Like, he needs time to learn his trade. Greenwood, he's only started to pick up form in the past 6 weeks. Like, he's had another tough year, which is expected. I think they should learn their trade before they go. I don't think they're ready just yet. There's too many good players in their positions.
That's fair.
Do you guys think we've got a strong enough midfield? Because I'm not going to lie to you, we are very top heavy. Like, we got killers up top. Don't get me wrong. When I look at the midfield, I'm not going to sit here and lie to you. Ward-Prowse, Deadpool specialist. That's all he offers, in my opinion. I mean, correct me if I'm wrong.
I think if Southgate picked the right midfield free combo, it can work well. But he's not going to.
Who would that be? In your opinion?
I think to get the balance right, I would have Declan Rice sitting with Mount just next to him, because I think Mount can do the box to box.
Yeah.
And then I'll probably have Foden just in front. I would see how that could flow. But my England team would be very technical heavy, because I'd find a way to also get Sancho and Grealish in the team as well. But Southgate, you know what I'm saying? So, but with Mount and Rice in there, it can work because they work hard.
Yeah, they work hard.
You can only play them, man, with someone who understands how to implement them. Because if you play all of them with a Southgate, they'll just get bopped.
They'll get hacked in. Boy.
Destroyed.
Now, I even think I'd probably pick Henderson over Rice. And don't get me wrong, I'm not the biggest fan of Henderson. I think he is one of the most overrated England players for me. But in terms of like seniority and just being there, like he's been in finals, he's led his team. He brings some balance to the midfield. He can break up play. Don't get me wrong, ability-wise, people say, "Oh, Henderson's good on the ball," and that he's average to me.
He's average. But yeah, man. Go on, Gino.
I'll just say my fear. I think you might disagree with me though, because I'm
go with your yeah.
I think I'm quite I'm very defensive, but regardless, I would have put Mount and Henderson, and then I would have put not Mount and Henderson, sorry, Rice and Henderson, and put Mount in front of them, and I would have put Foden's too good to leave out. But for games when you're going against teams, example, who can pop you, the Italians and the Spanish teams, I would definitely play 2 DMs just to break up play. But for the teams like, you might get those Bulgarian teams, Romania, or even if you want to battle like France, I would put Mount and Rice, and it'll be a mash up between Henderson and Rice, but I can't make that decision right now.
Yeah, I think what you said is probably what Southgate's going to do. He's going to go with Henderson and Rice.
Defensive, innit? You don't want to leak. You're going
to leak, and especially England's defense is weak, very weak.
Oh man, Dyer and Maguire. Come on.
Oh shit.
Harry. I see them like covering like bare stories of Maguire. The race for him to be fit for the Euros. That have you seen him? You can go find Harry Maguire in the park right now, huh?
When did he become Van Dijk? All of a sudden,
I don't get it.
I don't get it, man.
Maguire is a bog standard defender. He's very, very average. Like Tarkowski, Maguire, same defender to me. Both not bad on the ball, both dominant in the air. But if you put someone with a bit of nous or speed next to them, they're going to be in for a long night.
Yeah, I hear that. And you know what, people, we've drifted a bit away from the game, but I think it's good to have these general discussion topics because, you get to pick up a lot of things. I think the game was the game. Obviously, big up Allison. Meant a lot to him, obviously, with what happened to his dad. Rest in peace to him. So respect him for that. I think Allison is a likable guy. So respect to him. KD saying, Reece James flex at fullback, you already know. Yeah, he might start for England. Rash saying, Xhaka, Willian, Luis, Bellerin, Elneny, good clear out at the end of the year for Arsenal. I mean, if they all leave, that's an incredible clear out, but
Willian's gone. Luis is gone.
Yeah.
Bellerin will go. Xhaka will stay, unfortunately. Elneny could go anywhere.
Yeah, Elneny could go anywhere. I think Elneny will end up staying, to be fair. I think he's just happy to be there.
Yeah.
I can't lie. Elneny's just happy to be there, man. Just smiling every day, thinking how am I frauding my way to here, but big up Elneny, though. Big up Elneny.
There's news out. Harry Kane reiterates desire to leave Tottenham in summer. Man United, Man City, and Chelsea in touch over the players with the players' representatives. So it looks like as long as they agree on the price, Tottenham can't wait to see that stadium burn.
Hey, Jeff, I saw some film. Wow, that's big news, though. Where's that? Where did that come up?
Sky Sports about 15 minutes ago.
Oh, okay. So again, Kane is putting this out early.
Now he knows. Like, all right, my guy's gone. Mourinho's gone. I've had the best season of my life. I'm not in the I'm in good physical shape, but I'm getting niggles. So let me go and win my title now before I hit 30. And he can do it.
Imagine scoring 33 goals in a season and getting 17 assists and being like, "Raw, what did you achieve this season?" Yeah, 7th still. So,
that was my whole thing about Steven Gerrard, bro. He should have just cut and won something because yes, you're going to be an England and Liverpool legend all time great. For me, he's not going to be a Premier League great because he's never won it. And when all this debate about Slippery G, I'm going to disrespect him. Fuck it. Slippery G, bro. I'm joking. I'm not going to. That's bad, man. But what I'm saying is, can you see the resemblance into the Harry Kane situation? If Harry Kane stays there, he's not even going to become a Premier League great. He's going to kill it because of how many golden boots he's got and what he's done. But can you really call him a great? We won't remember him like that. Going to Chelsea, winning something. Going to you said United and City, right? If he goes there and he wins a league or wins anything with them, bro, he's going down in the books, bro. You can't deny the kid. But nah.
I think Premier League wise, he'll probably go down as one of the greats. I think, just because I don't think he's going anywhere else. I don't think he's going to Spain or Italy or France. He's gonna stay until he takes that Shearer record.
Bro, Jeff, you really think Spurs are gonna send him to Chelsea? They ain't sent Chelsea. I don't even know why they've inquired, bro. They'll never send him to Chelsea.
You know what? I would have said no before, but Spurs are in a sticky situation, man. Like they spent £1 billion on a stadium. They tried to. Their whole plan was they were going to use it to like rent it out, use it for like NFL, all kinds of big things. They couldn't even do that. They're financially in a hole. Like they're in all kinds of debt. They might need the Kane money. They'll probably you'll probably have to spend 120 or something to get him, but you can get him. Like Man City are losing Aguero this summer. Haaland is going to cost a bomb until his release clause is next season, so it's probably going to be like 150. Kane is a cheaper option, a proven goal scorer, and he plays in the league. No brainer to me.
You know what? It's a good thing you mentioned Haaland. Kane might know that if he waits one more year, next season everyone will be going after Haaland, and it might be that 1 year too late for Kane. Because we don't know who else is going to start popping next season as a striker. And all of a sudden, you're that odd man out, and then you end up staying at the club. So I think the fact that he's reiterating it this early, he's indirectly saying to Spurs, when I come back from Euros, I expect to be gone. And if I'm still here, transfer request pending.
Definitely.
I'll say something wild. I think Kane, system-wise, suits Liverpool, you know. What do you guys think? He's not a striker. He's more of, he can create and he can score. What Firmino does it perfectly. Don't get me wrong. One person who do it better is Kane, I think.
I can't see him at Liverpool. Just because Kane, all right, he's been a false nine kind of this season, but Kane at his core is a goal scorer. That's what he wants to do. Like he has to assist because unfortunately his team's not good. He has to carve out the chances and score them. Liverpool, I don't know. Like they have a certain kind of style. I don't know if it's going to change next season if Salah or someone leaves. But for right now, like what they try and do, I can't see Kane there. I'd see him more at a City where they walk the ball in the net anyway. Kane's just going to be a receiver. Kane will go and get 35 goals easy in the Prem.
If Kane goes City, he's breaking the record 100% over.
He might do it in 2 seasons.
He might do it because he's going to take the pens from them straight.
100.
It's over. Big up. Nah, man. Imagine. This guy's saying, big up, saying Haaland is a one-season wonder.
Jesus Christ. All right. You know what?
Why did he say that? We need more than that. I need more than that.
No, because I hear what when people say that sometimes it's too early. But Haaland is a demon. I'm sorry, it doesn't apply to him.
One season wonder don't apply to him. And big up Dim in the building. Go subscribe to the Near Post Boys. Saying Gerrard has literally won every other trophy though, so not comparable to Kane. He's saying UEFA Champions League, FA Cups, UEFA Cup, Club World Cups, League Cups, etc. compared to Kane's Audi Cup. All right. So he's defending his man Gerrard there from I think what Jalil said.
As he should, but I still stand by Gerrard is a Liverpool great, but Gerrard would have killed it if he went somewhere else and won more. So I guess it's the argument with it's kind of the Messi argument. Can he do it somewhere else? But we know Messi can do it somewhere else. With Gerrard, it was questionable. We needed him. Like as an English fan, as we're English boys, as English fan, we wanted him to go somewhere and kill it. Nobody wanted Gerrard to fail. And unfortunately, I have to be honest with you, he slipped and he failed, Bob. I'm not going to sit here and lie. I'm not going to sit here and beat around the bush.
Failed. No. He didn't fail.
He should have won. He should have won the Prem. That's where he failed for me. That season with Suarez, if he won the Prem, I will never say nothing about Stevie G. I can never say one word about him. Yeah. But unfortunately, he let it slip away from him. Unfortunately, that done it for me. And
you're being harsh, mate. Like, don't get me wrong. Like, that's a blemish. Like, because I guess, yeah, like you're what do you call it? That you're a victim of your circumstance. You stayed at a team, your boyhood club, you killed it for years. Towards the end of the career, like even that year, you was scoring a bag of penalties. He was great that year.
Amazing.
Your slip is what people hold you to. But listen, Gerrard dragged Liverpool to a Champions League.
He did.
I'll never forget that. Like he dragged them to a Champions League. He dragged them to a FA Cup, same season. Like those 2 goals against West Ham in the FA Cup final, people forget those. Those were screamers. Like it won a game. Like Gerrard is a serious guy. Like don't get me wrong, the Premier League is a big thing. It's a massive thing. One of the biggest domestically here. But I'm still going to hold him in the same regard I hold a Lampard and a Scholes. He's still in that conversation. So he's had a hell of a career.
I think if we look at Steven Gerrard as a whole of a player, compared to Lampard and Scholes, he's probably one of the best to watch, kind of, if that makes sense, because he's got the body for it. He wins his tackles. He does the business. He's got and I remember when you had these world class players playing against him. He wasn't beneath. You know what I mean?
God's sake. These are painful shots, man.
I can't lie, there must be no more iconic moment of failure. It's hard, to imagine a more iconic moment of failure.
Oh man!
And the fact, the complete irony of it is the man slips, Demba Ba scores, and then Demba Ba goes to his knees and kisses the floor. The same cross that Stevie G slipped in. It's just
no. You know what? Sorry, you go.
Mourinho on the touchline, knowing Chelsea can't win the league, but there just to do his absolute shithousery, just to be like, hey, if we ain't winning it, you ain't winning it either.
Nah, it's just the slip. Like it was an uncharacteristic mistake. Like you never really see Gerrard. Like you don't see him step over the ball. Like that's not something he does. Like how do you do that there?
He slipped because he didn't control the ball.
It's man.
Like you can't make it up. It's not like he controlled it, turned out, and then slipped forward. He literally slipped because he missed the ball. Nah, man. I feel for him because that moment, that
hurt, man. Like I'm not a Liverpool fan, but I'm a Gerrard fan. Seeing that, you're like, oh Jesus Christ! You're just looking there like, God,
painful.
It hurt. But the good thing about Steven Gerrard, he's such a likable guy. He didn't get buried. He got buried by fans. He didn't get buried by Liverpool fans. They still love him, which is amazing. It's amazing.
Right, let me bring up this point now. They're more saying at the same time, it's like holding R9 back because of his lack of Champions League, or Messi back because of lack of World Cup, or Ibra lack of Champions League. Now, can we compare that? I think obviously Messi should not be brought in with anybody.
Yeah.
Even R9 really is not really for this conversation.
Maybe
you can compare him to Ibra, yeah. But I mean, accolades wise, Ibra is incredible, but I think Gerrard's a better player than Ibra if you really look at it.
That's my thing, because Ibra has done it in how many leagues? He's done it in many leagues, right?
Every single one.
Yeah. Huh?
Every single one except the Prem, but he came to United. Come on.
He's still got a Europa title, but regardless, it's debatable. But my thing with Ibra is he's done it everywhere where he went. He didn't get a Champions League. Is that his fault? No. Gerrard not winning the Prem. Is that his fault? Yes. So that's kind of where I stand by it, man.
Man. So you're gonna blame that on Gerrard?
We blame him.
I hold Gerrard During that season, bro, even playing football with my boys, you know what? When you're kids, Paul scores on Gerrard. I held Gerrard to a high standard, bro. Maybe that's my own fault. That could be my fault. You know my thing about expectations. If something's meant to happen, it's meant to happen. And if you don't do it, I can't see you in that light. Do you know what I mean? So
Jesus Christ.
It's harsh. Don't get me wrong. I'm not going to sit here and be like,
it's harsh, but you're always consistent with it, to be fair.
It's harsh. I'm not going to sit here and be like, oh, man, I've got to be honest here. It's harsh, but when something's set and you're that good, and Gerrard was that good, bruv, we could never deny it. When you're that good, bruv, you have to fulfill everything you're set to do for me to class you as that great. He's a great player. He's scored bangers. He wins tackles. He does the business. Everybody was scared of him. Let's not get that. Let's not cut that out. Unfortunately, he hit my expectation as a viewer and as a lover of football. But Steven Gerrard's still a bad boy. Let's not disrespect the kid.
Yeah. Obviously, the new post guys are on. Big up to them. Go subscribe. Had a great chat with them on Friday night. Go check that out. Without Gerrard, we'll be mid-table back then, though.
Big facts.
Like he was playing with ducks.
True.
KD's saying hitting the deck on a dry pitch. KD's just killing Gerrard still.
Why is he doing this?
The new post guys are asking, can we say the same with Henry and other Arsenal legends not getting the job done in the Champions League?
No.
You can.
Wait, can I just say this? Arsenal, you can. But Henry and certain man went like Nasri's gone off, he's gone to win something. Every Arsenal player you can think about, Fabregas, have all gone off to do something. My whole thing is you didn't hit your expectation. If you go to a different club and win the Prem, like Fabregas did with Chelsea, Champions League, like Henry did with Barca, but I can keep going. Like Clichy, you know, we had Clichy, we had Ashley Cole gone to my whole thing is, but sometimes you've got to step out your comfort zone, bro, to win stuff. And it's in the stars. You have to do it. My whole thing with Gerrard is he didn't do it. And he had a chance to win it at Liverpool for me to shut my mouth and he fucking slits, bro. That's my
you know what, yeah? I think the only thing I would say where I see where Jalil's coming from is when you look at a player of Gerrard's caliber, correct me if I'm wrong, Jeff, are there many players of his caliber who don't have even one league title?
Probably not, no.
That's quite incredible, to be fair.
It is, but I can't chastise someone for loyalty.
No, I'm not going to kill him for that.
Like, the time in which he would have gone to Chelsea would have been the Abramovich era. He said no. He said, I'll stay at my club and we'll make stuff happen. And he did make stuff happen. Like, okay, you didn't win it. Yeah, of course you didn't win a league. I hear that. Like, it's a big thing. The slip is a big thing. It's an iconic moment in English football.
Iconic, yeah.
That's not the only reason Liverpool didn't win the title, though.
Yeah.
Brendan Rodgers is the reason they didn't win the title. Suarez scored 31 goals that year. Sturridge scored, I think, 20.
21.
They were killing it. Yeah, 21. Gerrard maybe got like 13, 14. A lot of them penalties, but he was on the top of his game that year.
Yep.
Like, Brendan Rodgers, he's the one Liverpool fans should be mad at, not necessarily Steven Gerrard. Steven Gerrard is the reason they were there.
Yeah.
Rodgers was part of the reason they were there, but you making bad executive decisions and leadership decisions in key moments are the reason Liverpool do not have a title. I'm not going to blame that on Gerrard.
And you know what people forget about that season? Liverpool conceded 50 goals in the league. That's
leaky.
That's way too much. Even 35 goals is probably too much. 50, it's way too much. So that might come down to just, but you know what? The Gerrard debate is always a good one. It's always a good debate with Stevie G. So moving on now, let's just talk quickly about Vardy. Now, obviously, he's won the FA Cup this weekend. Over 100 Premier League goals. He's won the Premier League. He's got a golden boot in his back pocket. He's got the record for scoring the most consecutive Premier League games, 11. For a guy who was playing in the conference like 7-8 years ago, he's had an incredible stretch. So I guess, what do you guys see Vardy as? Is he an icon? Is he a legend? Or could he even sneak into Hall of Fame one day? What do you guys think?
Gilo, you want to go first or should I?
I'll go short. You're going to have a lot more to elaborate on this than I am. I'm going to keep it nice and short, man. Vardy's obviously come through the ranks, bruv. You know, I think they should. Fuck's sake.
Hi, Ed.
Look, I think with Vardy, this is the kind of things that movies are made out of. His whole life journey, but like it don't make sense to be playing professional, get into professional football like Jogba did at that age and stuff. You know, he was at a lower league, non-league, and everything. You know, my thing with Vardy, I'm gonna have him down in Leicester's Hall of Fame, in Leicester's icon. But I'm going to have him down as a really great player, man, who's done the business, bruv, in all leagues, because he's come up from the rank from the bottom all the way to the top, and he's won a Prem. Not one player has done that. You know, even in FA Cup, he's done it as well through the rank. He's the only player in history to ever do that and win it. So keep it nice and short, man. Vardy's a great player. When it comes to Leicester, he's an icon and Hall of Famer. He goes to the Prem. I mean, he goes to the Euros like we've been begging him to do behind Kane. When Kane gets injured, or you know they need a striker to come and stretch the game, he goes on and does that, and we win the Euros. Yeah, he could be Hall of Fame. Yeah, so that's all I'm gonna say. And I'm not saying too much, man. He's a great player, man. It's good to watch someone like that, man. You know, his famous words: "Chat shit, get banged." I love it.
Yeah, that sounds like Vardy still. So yeah, Jeff, man, elaborating from what Jalil said, what are your thoughts on Vardy? Where do you think he ranks? Like, obviously, Ed's dead trolling about Vardy being better than Henry, but we got KD saying Vardy's above Kane for sure. And I've seen a lot of people on social media wrongly saying Vardy's a bigger Premier League legend than Drogba. So
Vardy is a whole legend for me. Like it just doesn't like it's kind of like what dreams are made of. Like that your team stays in the Prem, like just about. You score minimal goals, like 5, 6, 9. I don't know what it was. It was low. And the next season you bang like 24, 25 goals. Everyone, even then, people were saying like it's a fluke. I was saying that at that time. I'm thinking, bro, this guy just runs and bangs it. Like he's quick, but he's gonna get found out the following season. It didn't happen. Vardy just keeps finding the net. Even now at 34 years of age, a lot of the times I watch Leicester thinking, bro, they don't even get the ball to him. Like he might get one chance a game. Like someone like here, Nacho gets a lot more chances. Vardy gets minimal chances, minimal support. He doesn't complain. He just keeps going. And that's at 34. And he still finds a way to score. Like when the chance presents itself, he'll tuck it away. There's a reason why England fans still want him to play for England and they miss him because they know he's a trusted finder of the net. Like when I saw that comment that he's a bigger legend than Ruud van Nistelrooy. Of course he is. Like Ruud van Nistelrooy is a clinical striker, for definite. But tenure in the Prem and like what his goals have meant to the Prem as well, and Leicester. Like Leicester are arguably a top 6 team now. Yeah, consistently. Yeah. He's a lot to do with it. He's synonymous with Leicester. Like I can't see how he's not a legend.
Yeah. Okay, that's fair. Ed or Pax are saying, you know what, Vardy versus Kane is a close one.
No, it's not. Who's saying Vardy? Vardy's goals have led to a Premier League.
Yeah.
Facts.
Yeah.
When Kane moves, that could change in one season. If Kane goes to Man City and they smack shit up and they win a domestic double or something like that, that could easily reverse. Don't get me wrong. Those two they're probably going to be Hall of Fame. Like, probably going to be Hall of Famers, definitely. But yeah, Vardy's goals led to a Premier League. One of that's the craziest Premier League season I remember.
Yeah.
Like, what is that? Like, how are you winning a Premier League? As Leicester.
And he beat Van Nistelrooy's in that season. He beat. Wow.
Yeah. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Vardy's career is class, lads. Ultimate shithouse. Yeah, he's a proper shit. When you see Vardy play football, if you've played football that we all have, you look at him and say, yeah, I've played with someone like him and I've played against someone like him.
Yeah.
Issues.
Problems. They get in your head. You know
see what he did the other day? Like it was 90th minute of the game. He's running down, and Reece James just said, "You know, I've had enough, man. Just sit on the floor. Like I had enough."
Yeah. No, the way Reece James pushed him though, that's not cool though. You don't push someone like that. Still, that's violation.
He hit his head and all sorts.
Yeah, Vardy going back though. Vardy went back within a minute. He took him out.
That's a smart thing to do.
Vardy's not someone you get away with. Rash saying Vardy 19th in all-time Premier League top goal scorers. He is no GOAT.
Playing for Leicester.
Interesting comment there. That's kind of, I don't think that's that bad, 19th.
At all. Like, you're playing for Leicester City. Like, all right, let's just look at Vardy's Premier League record. 116 goals in 243 games.
Yeah,
that's a mean record. Like, for a Leicester player. Like, it's not like you're Henry and your Van Nistelrooy where you're getting chances all game. Like, you're getting limited chances. You're not playing with quality players. Like, even that year, obviously Mahrez is a top quality player, but
yeah,
Drinkwater had a decent season. It was just one long ball. Vardy was making goals happen. Like, you're not meant to score a lot of these goals. You're not meant to have 24 goals at Leicester and win a Premier League. So I disagree. I say that 19th in the Premier League top scorers comes with a caveat. You're playing for Leicester City. They should not have been anywhere near the top 6.
Yeah, I agree. Talks the talk, but backs it up. So funny how he mimics celebrations like the Palace one. That's what he's about, man. That's what he's about. He has no respect for other teams. He's just there to do his job for his team. And yeah, he's a throwback footballer. He's a real throwback footballer. So now big up to Vardy. And I think as well, I agree with you, Jeff. I think he's done enough to be considered a Premier League legend. Just his overall impact, and I think it's largely because of who he's done it with Leicester. No one expected it. So, I think as soon as they did that immediately, and obviously Kante, Mahrez, and Vardy, they didn't just stop there. They've continued. Obviously people that Drinkwater, their career ended after that season. For them three, they've carried it on. Shout out Drinkwater.
And Drinkwater ended up getting punched up outside the club. Remember that?
Yeah.
yeah. That's a fall from grace if there is ever one. But to be fair to him, I think he also said he was starting going through some mental stuff as well. So hopefully,
salute to him then.
So salute to him. Hopefully, he's coming back from that stronger. Obviously, I think when you reach such a high and it's unexpected, maybe a lot of the stuff that comes with it is a bit too much, and then the downfall can be very, very steep.
He had a horrible time at Chelsea, man. They just didn't play him.
They just didn't play, and that's what Chelsea do. And Chelsea have no sympathy for you. If you don't work out, it's like, you're off.
Yep.
They don't care. They'll watch you raw on the bench. They don't give a damn. But yeah, people, that's it for today. We've covered all the topics we wanted to talk about. It's actually been a very good general discussion. Actually, maybe we might make the Mondays more like this. More general discussion on topics. Free flowing conversation. But make sure to smash the like button. We're back on Wednesday. This week is central attacking midfielders. So KD saying Drinkwater will still go a prem though. That's crazy. 100%.
Very true.
100%. We're back Wednesday selecting the best top 10 central attacking midfielders, and then Friday we're gonna be ranking them from 10 to 1, and hopefully we will have Turkish this Friday. So it should be good, and hopefully people can be happy with this list than the one from last Friday. But anyone that knows. Well, listen, guys, that's it from us. Smash the like button if you're new. So KD is starting it off saying if Kaka ain't number one,
he ain't my number one. I'll tell you that for free.
So KD, make sure to tune in Wednesday and Friday, my bro. I know you're always here anyway, you're always showing us love. So big up to you. And Kaka, let's see where he ends up still. But let's see where he ends up still. No need to say anymore. But people, smash the like button. If you're new, subscribe, and we'll see you all on Wednesday. Peace.